everyone, my name is Katya and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this moon ornament. It is a very easy pattern, so let's get to it and create something great. This moon ornament measures about 5 inches using number 4 medium weight yarn, and it measures about 4 inches using number 3 lightweight yarn. For this project I'm using Craft Smart number 4 medium weight yarn, and the color is aqua turquoise. You're also going to need your number 4 millimeter crochet hook. You can use a size 3 yarn too if you want to. Your moon will be smaller, and this is what I did with this one. You're also going to need your stuffing. We're going to need just a little bit of stuffing, your scissors, a tapestry needle with a little bit of black yarn for our eyes and the mouth. You're also going to need your hot glue gun and a little Christmas tree. I bought mine at my Dollar Tree. You can find them anywhere in the stores, and it measures about 1.5 inches. We're going to start with the magic ring. The way I work on my magic ring is I hold my tail with my thumb. I wrap my yarn around my 2 fingers, crisscross it like this, hold it with my ring finger, my working yarn, like so. Go underneath your first circle and pick up a loop, like so. Go into your working yarn and chain 1. Here we have a magic ring with the chain 1 worked. If you're having a hard time with your magic ring, you can work 2 chains, and into your first chain work 8 single crochets, and that's what we're going to be doing here into our magic ring. To work a single crochet, go into your magic ring, yarn over. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over one more time and pull through both loops. That's a single crochet. Let's work 7 more single crochets. Here's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pull on this tail and it'll tighten the center. Round 1 is finished. For round 2, you're going to need a stitch marker. I'm using a piece of yarn. Go ahead and place it in front of your first single crochet, like so. For round 2, we're going to work 2 single crochets into each stitch around. So here I'm going to insert my hook into my first single crochet, and I'm going to work 2 single crochets into that stitch. So that was 1, and this is 2. And I'm going to repeat and work 2 single crochets into each stitch around, like so. One more time, I'm going into my next stitch and I'm working 2 single crochets. So continue working and I'll meet you at the end of this round. You should have 16 single crochets at the end of this round. For round 3, what we're going to do is we're going to work 1 single crochet into our first stitch right over here and work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Let's repeat. Work 1 single crochet into your next stitch, and into the following stitch work 2 single crochets. And that's the repeat. So 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets into the following stitch. So continue working and I'll meet you at the end of round 3. You should have 24 single crochets at the end of round 3. For round 4, we're going to repeat round 3, and what we're going to do is we're going to work 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So again, work 1 single crochet into the next stitch and work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. One more time, work 1 single crochet and then work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So continue working and I'll meet you at the end of round 4. You should have 36 single crochets. For round 5, we're going to repeat round 3 and 4. We're going to work 1 single crochet into our first stitch, right over here, and work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So here's 1, and back into that same stitch, I'm working my second one. So let's repeat. Work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. One more time. Work 1 single crochet to the next stitch, and work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. And like that, continue on until the end of this round. And for this round, you should have 54 single crochets. And I'll meet you at the end of round 5. For round 6, what we're going to do is we're going to work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then work an increase of 2 single crochets into the following stitch. So here I'm going to work 1 single crochet into my first stitch, 1 single crochet into my next stitch, and 2 single crochets into the following stitch. So here's 1 and my second one. So let's repeat. Work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. Again, work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. So like that, continue on working on your round 6, and at the end of round 6 you should have 72 single crochets. For round 7, what we're going to do is we're going to work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then work an increase of 2 single crochets. So let me move this out of the way. Here is 1 single crochet, 2 and 3, and into the following stitch work 2 single crochets. Let's repeat. Work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. Again, work 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. So continue working, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. For round 7, you should have 90 single crochets, and this is our last increase round. At the end of round 7, this is how it looks like. Now we have 2 rounds left. For round 8 and 9, all we're going to do is we're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch around. So here's 1, 2, 3, and like that I'm going to continue working for rounds 8 and 9, and I'll meet back with you at the end of round 9 to show you what to do next. So what we need to do is slip stitch these 2 ends together like so. So here I finished my last single crochet right over here, and that's where I'm going to start folding it like this, and I'm going to slip stitch the 2 sides together. So I'm going to insert my hook right into the stitch right over here, and then going on the opposite side I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch like so. Then yarn over, pull through, and pull through this one as well. And I'm going to repeat. So I'm going to go into my next 2 stitches from both sides, and I'm going to slip stitch like that. So continue on. So I'm picking up each stitch from both ends, or from both sides I should say, and like that I'm moving along and I'm slip stitching them together like so. So here you just want to make sure you don't leave any stitches out, and make sure you slip stitch both sides like so. So continue slip stitching. I'm actually going to stop mine right over here so I can stuff it. So slip stitch up until here, and I'll get back to you to show you how to stuff it. So here I'm just using small pieces, and I'm starting all the way at the corner. Now you can use the end of your hook to help you. Now I'm not going to overstuff it because I want the moon shape to stay. So again, I'm picking up a small amount and I'm just stuffing it like so. So I'm just going to continue and stuff my moon. So next thing is I'm just going to continue and slip stitch right over here. And then once I come over here, I'm going to stuff it again right at this end. So here I left an opening big enough to add my last piece of stuffing. And I'm just going to continue and stuff it, using small pieces at a time, and one more. That should be enough. So what I'm going to do next is just continue slip stitching it until this end. Here I'm coming to my end, and I'm just going to slip stitch one more time, like so. And then one more time right at this corner, right over here. Now chain one, cut your yarn, and pull out your hook, like so. And this is how it looks like. I like to shape it the way I like my moon to look. Next, let's work on this tail. You can use your tapestry needle and hide it that way, but I'm just going to use my hook, and I'm just going to bring it using any of the stitches right along where I slip stitch. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to hide it inside my work, like so. Again, using my hook, inserting it right inside my work and pulling on my tail, like that. Now you can also come back one opposite direction, like so, and hiding it this way. So gently pull it out. And here you have it. I'm going to cut my tail. And this is how our moon looks like. Next, let's go ahead and embroider a face and add a little string, like so. Here I have my needle all ready to go. What I'm going to do is embroider the eye first. So what I like to do is right over here, this is where our first round that we did was. So I like to go about, so here's our round 1, 2, 3, right where our third round ends, right in this crease right over here. I like to insert my hook and go right over here. So here's my 1, 2, and 3, right where the third round starts. I'm going to pull out my yarn. Now leave a tail. Make sure this tail stays. So what I like to do is just kind of play with my yarn placement and see how I like my eye to look. So here's our round 1 round, and here's our second round. So using those 2 rounds, I like to kind of go a little bit higher and insert my needle right over here. So here's 1, 2, right over here, and bring it out where I started, right there. Carefully pull on your yarn, and here's your eye. Now, go back into the same space that you inserted your needle and come out. You're going to come out right over here. So here's our round 1. Come out right over here. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring my needle right there and bring it out. Might be a little bit challenging because of the shape of the moon, but you could still do it. All right. So our eye is done. Let's go ahead and work on our mouth. What I like to do is leave my needle right over here. So here's my thread. And I like to kind of bring it out. Here's 1, 2, 3 rounds right over here. Like that. And I'm going to come back right where I started. Right over here. This is how it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and pull. And here's our one mouth shape. Now going back right where we ended, right over here, pull out your needle. Bring your needle out right about 2 stitches up, not too high. And come out same place where we started, right over here. Like so. Now this looks kind of funny, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into this place right over here, insert our needle right there, and come out at this end, like so. And this way it'll pull on the stitch and it'll kind of close it off, like so. Last thing what we need to do is create this little line right over here. So I'm going to go right here and come out right over here. So here I have 1 stitch, and here I have 1 stitch on this side. So pull out your needle, like so, and then come back one more time. And there you have your line. So once your smile is ready, what we need to do is kind of hide our tails. Next, I'm going to just bring out my needle right on the other side and cut my thread right over there. So I'm going to cut this one and this one. So here I'm going to go ahead and cut this yarn tails. And if yours is showing, what you can do is use your hook and just put it back in, like that. And then do the same thing here. What I like to do is add a little bit of blush. So I'm just using just a small makeup brush, and I'm going to add some blush. So I'm just going to put some in my eyeshadow palette and come up right over here where our smile is and just kind of give him a little bit of blush. Like so. All right, I think that's enough. You can add more if you want to, or you can just skip this part. Go ahead and cut about 12 inches of yarn. What you need to do is you need to decide how you want your ornament to hang. Now you can do it this way or here. What I like to do is kind of hang it right where the eye kind of ends, right over here. So I'm just going right up here, and then 1 stitch over. I'm going to insert my hook right where we slip stitched into, right over here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull through my tail like so. And kind of decide how big you want yours to be. So I'm probably going to make mine this much. And go ahead and knot it. So make a loop and pull through all your tails. Tighten it. Cut your tails. Like so. You can add a bead here if you want. Just a standard wooden bead. I inserted my bead using a smaller hook size, like so, but you can skip this part. So using our hot glue gun, just add a little bit of glue right at the bottom, like so. And then go ahead and glue it right at the tip of your ornament, like so. And you're done. And here's your finished ornament. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.